Seventh graders, I wish I was there with you, but I am in a test training. Much rather be teaching you about game design because it's so cool. Okay. So your warm up, you should think about some aspects that you have to consider when designing a game. If I said, design a game right now, what are you going to think about? What's going to come to your head? And so that's your warm up. Go ahead and write some things down. Pause this video. Okay, now you maybe have unpaused the video and written those things down. We are going to look at, you should have a handout here, aspects of game, oh, it's backwards. Aspects of game design. So I created a list of things that you should consider. So objective and purpose of the game. You know, maybe the game could be an Italian plumber is going into this crazy world of mushrooms and spiky balls in order to rescue a princess. You know, is that Mario, right? Or a hedgehog, you know, has to free some animals from an enchanted forest. These things sound so weird, but they're games that we've come to know and love, right? And so I want you to think about a game that you could design and what the purpose would be. And I want you to write it right here. And so we're not writing, I want my game to be fun or something like that. We're writing like, you know, the objective is for, you know, detective, I'm just making up a person, Detective Sam, that's how you spell detective. Detective Sam needs to solve the crime and figure out who is responsible. You know, for different, you know, different crimes or whatever. Needs to, let's say, conduct investigations. All right. I just like right off the top of my head came up with this. Detective Sam. It could be good, you know. And the target audience would be 5th grade to 8th grade, you know, Detective Sam. And then, so now theme and story. So I've given you a little bullet point for each one to help you think about what you're going to write. And so I just want you to write underneath each category, come up with your own ideas for a game that you want to design. And you can do this with the person next to you or even with the people behind you. The timer should be set up here on this board for 15 minutes. And then after that, underneath each category, you should have something written. And on Monday, I want to see it and grade it. If you don't finish it at the end of 15 minutes, that's very understandable. So you can just finish it in blended learning, okay? So at this time, go ahead and set the timer for 15 minutes and complete as much as you can of the aspects of game design for your specific game. You can pause the video if you want. Okay, hopefully you pause the video. 15 minutes has went by and you have now filled this out. It's my expectation. Second thing I want to do today is talk to you about the expectations for CodeHS work. Okay, some people emailed me and said they couldn't find the CodeHS work. So let's look at where it is. I'm going to go to 71, all the same, all 7th graders. And here is your CodeHS journey. So we're skipping the first two and going right to intro to game design. Let's get right to it, okay? And so you see when you click on it, we got videos, we got free response questions. I could add a new assignment if I do. And then we have quizzes. And then when we get into programming, we'll have eventually exercises. So those are the different things to do in CodeHS. When we have videos, you need to have a technology notebook and you need to take notes on those videos and title it Intro to Games and then take your notes. And I am going to walk around and as you are working independently on my clipboard, I'm going to grade these notes, okay? It's an easy classwork grade, but it's very valuable for you to have notes from these videos. That way you don't have to rewatch the videos over and over again to get the information. So, Mr. Field, what do you want us to write down from this video? Well, you don't have to draw a rake here, but like here, okay, here he's talking about how you could take raking leaves and make it into a fun game. So you could paraphrase, you could write down a sentence to capture the main idea of what he said right there. That's one thing. What am I saying? I'm saying whatever you hear something important, write it down. Doesn't have to be something you didn't know. It could be something you already know and you still write it down, because notes aren't only a collection of things you didn't know. They are a story about a topic, okay? But definitely things like this. If it is defining a vocabulary word, write that down word for word. You could even paraphrase in your own words underneath that to make sure that you understand what you just looked at. Don't have to draw the people, but you should be listening as he's talking and writing down any key points that he's making. Don't have to draw that dog. So, but if there's any diagrams in other videos, or if there is any other steps or how to do things, you want to write those all down in your notes, and then we will share notes, and then if you miss something, if someone else got it, then you will have time to add to your notes. So no pressure, just do your best and make sure you get as much as you can so that you're ready, because when it comes time to answer the questions, to take quizzes, to complete exercises, those notes that you take on the videos are going to be of great value to you, okay? So that's the first thing. Make sure you have a technology notebook and make sure that you are writing in it. Pre-response questions, answer the questions as best you can, and the more thought that you put into your answers, the better you will learn, okay? The questions are carefully picked to help you understand the content. Quizzes, of course, do the quizzes, and think of these just as practice quizzes for the assessments that we'll take in class. So you can take it more than one time and make sure you get the right answers. Okay, now if there's anything that you don't understand, next time I'm going to show you something called the organizer, where you can screenshot and put that in a document called the organizer, so that we can share out in class and make sure that everybody understands everything, okay? As much as you're willing to self-advocate. Ooh, articles. So read the articles. And then answer the questions associated with that article. All right, so those are the beginning expectations for CodeHS, and that is the end of what I have to tell you. We're not going to post in the organizer today, so I can just take that off for today, and I'll show you that next time. All right, so I'll see you on Monday. Bye for now.